Love is not supposed to hurt you. Love is not supposed to threaten you. Love is not supposed to give you ultimatums. Love is just supposed to love you. Life before my domestic violence situation, it was amazing. I got to do a lot of things with my kids. I worked a night shift, which I kind of missed doing. I was very active. He never put his hands on me, never called me out of my name until a couple months before. I don't know what kind of ticked in him to make him do the things that he did, but here we are. So we were together for 4 years. It was great. I loved him. We had a child together. In hindsight, I've never saw those red flags. It's not normal behavior to stalk somebody, to call somebody 5,000 times, to call them private, to send them messages and pictures saying that you're outside their house with them knowing that you're at work. I remember going to Clay County's office to fill out the paperwork. And I remember deliberately the sheriff telling me, this is just a piece of paper. I didn't get what he was saying then. It is just a piece of paper. It's not an electric fence. It's not a person that's automatically going to say, hey, stop there. It's not your personal bodyguard. It's not anything. It's just a piece of paper. And if that person wants to come after you and wants to get you, they're not caring about a piece of paper. They're not even caring about the consequences. Well, my name is Tyra Randall. On January 15th of 2020, I was shot 8 times. By my ex, which is my son's father. Me getting shot changed my whole life, my whole outlook on life.
4 years ago, Tyra Randall's ex shot her 8 times at close range.
That morning was a typical morning. The calls had died down. It stopped. I had just put my son back to sleep. It was 9 o'clock in the morning. My daughter was heading out the door to go to school. When she opened up the door, it was a big gasp. And that's when I, peeked around, and it was him barging in. And at that time, I was hearing my son in the back waking up. So he wasn't in a crib, he was on the bed. So I went into the room and I sat on the edge of the bed and I started patting him. How you pat the little babies on the bottom to get him back to sleep. So I was doing that, and the next thing I know, he comes into the room and he asks me, where's my phone? So he grabbed my phone and from underneath the pillow, and then next thing I hear, I told you so. And then he just starts shooting me. As I'm yelling out saying, why are you doing this? You should have just let me calm down. I love you. Why are you doing this? I'm yelling all these things, and yet he is still shooting me. You only feel those first couple shots, and then your adrenaline kicks in. I knew I got shot in the chest, so I was applying pressure on that. This time I was very alert and still talking and breathing, because the first thing that came to my mind was, Lord, please don't let me die. My son was centimeters away from me, and my daughter was in the other room, and she was the first person to come in the room. Yes, I went through a 4-year-long trial, and they finally convicted him guilty on first degree of all the charges that he was charged with. So he got life plus 20 and 15 that ran concurrent with the 20.
Well, hello, my name is Tyra. I'm not supposed to be here. If my abuser had his way, those 8 bullets would have taken my life in January 2020. But God had a different plan. The months that followed were brutal, relearning how to live, work, and parent from this chair. But I wanted my kids to see their mom adjust with grace and strength and how to beat adversity. They are my why. I survived because of my faith and because of them. Today, I use my story to help others. I've spoken before Congress, served on boards, and advocated for survivors and people with disabilities. Tonight, I want us to be loud together because Newhouse needs us. Even after losing $1.2 million in federal funding, nearly 1/5 of their budget, they've served more survivors than ever. So I'm asking you from deep within my heart to help Newhouse to be a difference between tragedy and transformation. Because everyone, every single one deserves to be safe, deserves to heal, and everyone is worthy of the life free of violence. Thank you.